Okay, guys, CIG doesn't want me to go to bed. Every time I go to sleep, they release a patch. Maybe I should go to sleep more often. But yes, the new patch has just came out, and when I say just, apparently it was today at 4 o'clock, even though I checked and couldn't find it. So interesting, but regardless. But yeah, new patch has been dropped. It is 3.5.0i. It is the I version of the patch. It has some patch fixes that are quite interesting. And we're going to jump through it, let you know exactly what is going on with this new patch and what it's like. So let's jump through the notes. So, testing focus remains IFCS, heat wearing work, atmospheric flight, and arena commander. Balance, manual gimbals, audio convergence, cannons versus repeater versus scatterguns, and ships rolls. Location is obviously ArcCorp Area 18, Lara and Walla, Star Marine, all game modes, female characters, DNA face customization system, and 300i. Major known issues. Some aspects of the ratio do not work well with the ship HUD. Some audio is lost after the ASOP terminal, and QT stops outside the point where orbital travel is possible. So, yeah. Okay. General features. Players should no longer be able to choose the same head in DNA's face customization. Obviously, look, at the end of the day, this is it's a thing. Yeah, it did happen. It's a thing. It's not really something that we're worried about right now, but it is a thing. So, good I suppose. Added carousel highlighting for selection of the DNA face customizer. Updated universe splash screen and key bindings updates. So the carousel, I presume, is highlighting what you've currently selected from the list, which is obviously handy because I did find it a bit confusing to find out what was actually listed. Updating universe splash screen is obviously something that's pretty cool always. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. And key bindings. Now, engine shields, weapons, power toggling is on I, O, and P. Power adjustments for engine, shields, and weapons on F5 through to F8. Shields directional power adjustment on numpad 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Increase overall or decrease overall power on F9 and F10. Look ahead is Alt, left Alt, and right. Homos mode on right shift. Targeting for cycling backwards is now just left Alt, plus corresponding target key. So for example, if you want to go back through your friendly target, then obviously now that is on friendly is on 5, but if you want to go backwards, you use Alt, left Alt. Exit seat has now been changed to Y. I wish they would stop changing it because I just get used to using it and then they change it again. So stop that because it's really, really annoying. But regardless, I don't know. I liked it on H, to be honest. But anyway, what can I say? Alright, updated key bindings image, obviously, universe. The tram announcement added for Area 18, which is obviously cool. Further lighting and visual bug fix for Area 18, which is obviously cool as well. Change the path and acceleration for the Area 18 Skybus. So what I think this is that there's some sort of accelerations the Skybus does. I think they've fine-tuned them a little bit. I don't think it's anything major, but at the end of the day, obviously, look, yeah, the PTU is not going to do just everything that we want. They do have to obviously go through and adjust everything that is broken. So, look, it's not obviously something that's high on our priority, but at the end of the day, obviously, it's something they want to fix. So, yeah. Like I said, not real high on our priority list though. Change the pathing and change the pathing and acceleration for the said that. Deferred collision added to no-fly zones. I believe that is where it actually goes through and it will actually divert you if you're going to fly into the no-fly zone. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to have a look at that. But deferred collision added. I don't know what that is exactly, but we'll have a look. And I'll make a video about it if it's interesting. But yeah, audio polish for around Area 18. Various animations update for Pacheco. Reduce civilian foot traffic in and around Lawville. Set up shop interaction for center mass. Update G-Lock bar menu. I think that was the few that was saying that was about the prices. People were saying that the prices on the G-Lock bar were a bit expensive, and CGI went through and edited the menu. But I don't know. But, yeah. Anyway. Mission. Locker modules can now properly handle multiple deliveries. Cool. Adjustment missions located sections for mercenary eviction missions. Cool. Change the rewards and opposing ships for the mission giver bounty missions. Cool. Ships and vehicles. Flight tuning pass on the Sith glaive and the Canode, I might be mispronouncing, to make them more enjoyable and bring them into line with other ships in their role, meaning they got nerfed. Turning pass on the Vanguard to bring it in rotation in a more line with other ships in its role. Update Torrent HUD's MFD's controls for the Gladiator, Constellation Series and Hurricane. Adjusted overly bright boost effects on the Buccaneer. Update the flight tuning of the 300i. Updated the Reclaimer churning slightly to allow it to take off in atmosphere. Updated ballistics to allow a small amount of damage even at 100%. And updated Gatling's velocity significantly. And added Banatakan Sage Cannon sizes 1 through to 5. I was actually in Discord earlier today where we were streaming and people were asking about that. So there he is. It's finally in the game. Bug fixes. Oh, wow. Okay, there's a bit. Which is what we really want to know. Players can now re-enter HABs in Area 18 after leaving. Oh, cool. Okay. Players should no longer be able to get stuck inside Area 18 hangar props. Lawville transit signs corrected for wrong stations. Okay, thank you. Mercenary eviction missions should now correctly count number of enemies killed when multiple targets are in a short time frame. Dry firing arc light pistol should no longer animate exhaust flaps. Indiction EM scenarios should correctly spawn when a player is indicted. Okay, so maybe that's why we're coming out of... I thought it was heat, but anyway. The Revenant pilot should now have strafe animations. Fixed multiple female armor textures that were incorrect. Turrets and underground facilities should no longer respawn too quickly. The neck sock should no longer vanish when certain armor types. Okay, that's on the armor. That's on the undersuit, I presume. There should no longer be a video audio desync if one player experiences lag using P2P comm calls. There should be no longer replacement textures on Snoop caps in the PMA. Fixed and constant scanning. Target around planetary bodies. Exit an engineering station to no longer cause odd animation issues. Fixed female pilot seat animation in the Constellation series. Fixes for female pilot seat animations in the Reliance series. Players should no longer be able to quantum travel through a moon or planet. Thank God. That was just really starting to get annoying. Players should no longer be able to bypass trade travel using USOP relocate function. Oh, thank God, because that was destined for abuse. The distortion MFD HUD effect should now play properly on affected ships. Reloading animation should no longer play when dry firing the P8CS SC. Flight ready on vehicles should enable interior lights. Oh, thank God. So, like the Connie and stuff should have its lights turning on now when you go flight ready, which is cool. Scanning and mining mode should no longer be able to be toggled when the ship is powered off. Mining geodes should now have properly associated VFX. I'm wondering if that was the replacement balls I was finding over on Wallow and stuff like that. The magazine for the railgun should now be rotated correctly. Cycling shield power should no longer let them start recharging instantly. The downed relay mission should now start properly. Derelict should now properly spawn salvageable commodities. Okay. I want to check that out tonight. Traffic around Arcop should no longer randomly stop moving. Female characters should now be able to vault. Cool. The platform at Lawville should now have collision. The platforms at Lawville. Okay. Gamepad and hostess should now be able to bind and access to the mining throttle. Scanning should no longer trigger when attempt to look at the scoreboard in Arena Commander. AI ships should no longer appear to jutter and freeze. Okay. They fixed 5 client crashes, fixed 6 server crashes, and some performance tweaks. So guys, at the end of the day, what's the takeaway from this? Okay, so obviously the major things that I want fixed, or that I'm looking forward to in this patch, obviously the attack on cannon, siege cannon, I want to see what that's like. But more importantly, the 30k errors that are constantly happening. I want to see the missions fixed. Those 3 things are what I'm mostly interested in. Stuff like, for example, players can now re-enter habs and stuff like that. To me, is not really... It's important, but it's not something that we desperately need at the moment. The biggest thing that we need is the stability of the game being very unstable. We need that fixed more than anything. And as long as those 30k errors and that are being resolved, which, you know, they're fixing 6 server crashes and 5 client crashes, to me, so that obviously sounds like it's going to be done. The AI ships no longer jittering and freeze is obviously great. Performance tweaks is obviously great. But the rest of the stuff, like that, yeah, like I just mostly want missions to start properly and stuff like that. Obviously, I'd also like the heat model and everything working properly and everything. But yeah, like I say, lights in the constellation and stuff like that, to me, it's good, but it's not what we desperately need at the moment. We desperately need those 30k errors fixed. We desperately need our missions to work. We desperately obviously need things like, for example, AI ships not jumping around all over the place, because that's also part of missions and stuff. And the rest of the stuff is obviously just polish and stuff like that. Now look, obviously we'll have to test performance and see how stable it is. And obviously I'll do that tonight when I get up. But yeah, at the moment this seems like it's not the best patch, but it's not the worst patch. It's a good, happy medium, sort of strikes a balance between some of the stuff that we want and other stuff that we're going to need later down the track. So I'm not too upset about it. Like I say, I just want those 30k errors and stuff and those disconnections and that. That's the important thing for me. Those mission givers, missions working properly, which, you know, obviously including AI and stuff like that. That's the stuff that's important for me. Performance issues, stuff like that. I'd like to get the frame rate around Lawville, around Arcorp up. Even Lawville, I'd still like to see if obviously we could do better than what we can in it. But yeah, that's the important stuff for me. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What's important to you in a patch? Is this a good patch? Do you like this patch? Or do you think things like this, there's a lot of filler? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, obviously, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.